In this short video, we're going to be looking at the serrations and lack of serrations on different species of fossil shark's teeth. We'll start with Otodus obliquus that existed from the Middle Paleocene to the Middle Eocene epochs. Here, under the microscope, we see the usual wear and tear on the tooth's edge over the millions of years of turning into a fossil. And we can see no visible serrations. So does this tell us that Otodus obliquus is predominantly a fish eater based on there being no serrations found on the edges of its teeth? When it comes to serrations on a shark's teeth, the usual rule is that they are there for a warm-blooded mammals to be cut up and processed, making such prey easier for consumption, apart from just having thin, elongated teeth made for just grasping a prey item, say like a fish. But in today's times, sharks with thin, elongated shaped teeth are very well known to eat larger and warm-blooded prey items besides just fish. We can see that Otodus's teeth is also wide besides having no serrations. A wider tooth would most certainly show that Otodus preyed on the early warm-blooded mammals that inhabited the oceans at the time it existed, along with fish already being on its menu. What do you think? If you have more information than presented here, we would welcome your comments below. The next tooth we'll be looking at, up the Otodus lineage that evolved into the Oligocene epoch, is C. angustidens. Under the microscope, you can clearly see the serrations on the edges of the tooth. This tooth is a replica, but it is as close as you can get to an exact copy of the original. Based on the tooth's design, it's clear that C. angustidens, just like Otodus, was consuming both fish and mammals when it existed. A wide tooth with serrations, and like Otodus, it has two cusps on the outer edges of the tooth, for giving, in my opinion, each tooth 3 times of a better grasping ability with 3 apexes on the tooth, as opposed to just one with a tooth terminating with just a single apex. So when it comes to opinions, what are yours in the comments section below? Taking the extinct C. angustidens and putting it back on the table, we go over to the shark's tooth belonging to the extinct Cosmopolitodus, commonly known as the broad-toothed mako. Under the microscope, we can see no serrations on this species of tooth. Cosmopolitodus is the direct ancestor to the great white shark, with evidence of its transitioning into the great white shark by the finding of slight serrations that are not as pronounced as the great white shark's on the edge of teeth from Carcharodon hubeli. Taking the broad-toothed mako out of the way, we pick up the great white shark tooth for examination. Under the microscope, we can see the serrations that have evolved from Carcharodon hubeli. As we well know, the great white shark will eat fish or mammals. Food is food, and the great white shark is another animal on this earth that has to do what is necessary to survive. The great white shark is the top predatory shark in today's oceans with not much to challenge it except orcas and humans. But just 3.6 million years ago, there was a predatory shark that would make the great white shark look like the Mr. Rogers of the ocean. This shark is known as Megalodon, reaching a maximum length of 60 feet and eating anything it wanted to go after in the prehistoric seas, with teeth at 5 inches in length and the largest tooth found at 6.9 inches in length. You wouldn't want to find yourself in the water with this terror from the black abyss. This tooth is a replica of a real megalodon tooth. Too large to look at its serrations under the microscope that I have, they can be made out with my camera. Evolving from a Cacaricales angustidens ancestor, with the shark known as Cacaricales chubatensis just preceding it, Megalodon, in my opinion, along with the dinosaur Spinosaurus, were both the two most terrifying creatures to have ever existed on this planet. Again, leave comments and/or additional scientific information below, and thank you for watching.